Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your end of July 2021 General Tarot Update. It's Serena here. Well, I spoke too soon because I actually did the first part of your reading, and I'm going to have to do this over again because I was using my primary phone, which is recovering. It's getting better a little bit at a time. So this is my backup camera or phone, and it seems like it's better at night. It's so foggy. It's got like this condensation inside, and it's making it was making everything hazy, but it came to life at night, and I'm really enjoying this. Oh, I'm so excited. So I'll do it over again. The heart of the matter is the Three of Swords, and this is a card. You can see that the emotional nature of this card, this can be a card of heartbreak. So whether you have broken up with someone, and certainly with the Cancer energy, that is affecting your seventh house. Now, you just had a new moon in the seventh house, but sometimes that new moon could be maybe a divorce, because the seventh house can also be legal matters, and so that can make something different than it was before. There's all possibilities with that card. So, I'm just looking at it from an astrological point of view, that whenever this event that took place, you may feel like you have been rejected. And this is a story that you're telling yourself, Capricorn. Yes, when things like this happen, when you get passed over for a promotion, it's very natural to think that there must be something that makes you not good enough. When in fact, there are so many things that determine why people choose one person over another. And it doesn't make it any easier, but when we cultivate this sense of our own specialness, and that we bring to life something that nobody else can replicate, then anytime that it feels like somebody is like, we apply for a job, or we interview for a job, and somebody else gets that job, we can feel like that wasn't for me, and that the universe is still working on my behalf. We don't have to look at it the way that woman is, like, screaming at shaking a fist at the clouds or whatever. But the other thing that this can be is like a lover's triangle. And if that's the case, this can be a situation where you feel a sense of insecurity. So maybe you're involved with somebody else who is married or coupled, and they have told you that that relationship is unhappy, and you're waiting for them to leave, and it doesn't seem like it's happening. And that can feel very uncomfortable, because in the back of your mind you may feel like you're being played, like and that sense of rivalry can kind of creep into the situation, which is really not very good, because it can make you feel like you're competing against someone else, when in fact, who are you competing for? A person who is cheating? Is that really somebody that you want to compete for? So all of these things can create a less than desirable situation. And the other thing too is that this is a card of a clean break, the Three of Swords. So this may be something where, if you're on again, off again with somebody, that you are deciding that you're going to be done for good, and you're tired of that. This can even be heart surgery, if this is something that you have scheduled or that you're thinking of scheduling. In the past position, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is a card of sound money management. You see how she's holding Ooh, look how clear that is. Wow. Um, she's holding her purse close to her chest. That's symbolizing somebody who is really taking good care of their finances. Um, these two cards in combination, this is the past position. You may, this is really how um, Capricorn rolls. You tend to be very good at finances. I was going to make a joke. You can stretch a dollar so much that it squeaks, right? And just, I know that's a corny joke. But the thing is, this can indicate if there has been a change in your relationship. If you have gotten divorced or moved out of a partner's, a place that you share with somebody, that you're feeling that financial pinch, or even if it's not really true that you're going to be struggling financially, you still may be acutely aware that now things have changed because you are no longer with that person. Um, Another thing on a more emotional level is that you may have felt that this relationship was something safe and it has turned into a landmine of some sort. So, in a sense, that might be one of the reasons why you just want to kind of cut it off because you don't feel that it's something worthwhile anymore. The higher message is the Six of Swords, which can mean that you have to leave something behind in order to find peace in your life. So sometimes this can mean actual physical relocation. And that's easier said than done, obviously, because it may not be something that you want to do. But if you want to start a whole new life, especially if this is an on again, off again thing, or if this is a three-party situation where it actually could blow up in everyone's, you and somebody else's faces about this kind of an affair, that it could be a scandal or something like that. So, but on a more philosophical level, which is really what this is about, it's really about choosing peace. And I got the same card in a different position, but kind of a similar vein for another sign. I think it was Scorpio. And you and Scorpio are different temperamentally. Um, I think I was saying to Scorpio that you have to stop being attracted to drama. For Capricorn, in this particular type of situation, I would say that you have to feel deserving of happiness and peace in your life. Your ruler is Saturn. And sometimes Capricorn is so hard on themselves, let alone on somebody else. You're hard on yourself, and you have to give yourself a break, and you have to believe that you deserve that kind of relationship that is full of peace, that it isn't something that is a constant stabbing of the heart, where you're always getting you're feeling that sense of heartache from that other person. It's almost like torturing yourself in a way when you think about it. And do you really deserve that? No, you don't. What crosses you is the King of Swords. Ooh, see, this is getting better and better, this camera. And I noticed that those black, like those crows, and I've seen them on several cards. I don't think they're always on, well, yeah, there were some on the Six of Swords. And I don't know if those are the only, no, it's not on all the swords. But I think that's like kind of the dark clouds or the kind of the negativity. The King of Swords in reverse can be a man, an older male sometimes, who is mentally cruel. The king can represent the father. And so if you find, Capricorn, that you have a pattern with relationships with people that disrespect you, are, say mean, cutting things, or they have like a callousness where they can um, continue to hurt you and they don't seem like they have any kind of um, guilt about it. You might be dealing with a narcissistic personality and they actually feed off of that negative energy. And if this is something that you experienced with your own father or, um, stepfather, something like that, this can be, or we can just like, we don't even have to say gender, but an authority figure, whoever was in charge, that can be something that you carry with you into relationships, of feeling unworthy and picking partners who don't respect you and who treat you in a similar way. One of the things that they say is that when people do things like that, it's because they're trying to rewrite or right the wrong that was done to them when they were children. So if they pick a partner who's emotionally remote or who says mean things, they're hoping that they can change that person and they can change what happened to them. And you really can't, because first of all, you can't change another person, but also that won't erase the past and that won't change your relationship with that parent or what have you. So it really just is repeating history more than anything else, and you deserve better for sure. What is coming in is the Knight of Swords. And these last two cards, I really think about you finding your voice. I think the Knight of Swords is finding your voice, being willing to speak your truth. The motorcycle that person is running towards is, I think, a card of freedom, of like freedom of thought, kind of breaking free from those constraints, maybe conditioning that has told you what you must be, whether it's being in a relationship, whether it's the type of work that you do, whatever it is, how you have to think about something, and breaking free of those constraints. And the outcome card is a card of self-empowerment, the Queen of Wands. Capricorn is a born leader. But Capricorn is really sometimes enamored by hierarchy and kind of like status, or when I say hierarchy, the chain of command. And this can lead you to be very obedient so that you can ascend that ladder of success. But sometimes you can sell out in the process. The Queen of Wands to me is a card of creativity, but also autonomy. And so this can involve you doing something for yourself. So if you find that you are not valued where you are, that you're constantly getting passed over for promotions, then you see other people and you feel like I'm not just talking about seniority, but I personally believe that if somebody has been somewhere longer, as long as they're doing a decent job, that they should be valued more than somebody coming in off the street. I really think that that's true, because that person has more experience in that environment, and that should count for something. So if you feel like, but also Capricorns tend to be very diligent about the job that they are doing. Um, Remember that, like I said, I mean, there's so many reasons why somebody else is given the job. Maybe that person identifies, maybe the boss identifies with something that that person is, or they admire some quality that they don't see in you that has nothing to do with the work that you're doing. It could be something completely superficial. You never know what is going on in somebody's mind. But you know what? You can take the reins of the horse and you can start to direct your own life, Capricorn. The queen represents the water element, and it means that you have to become more intuitive and tune into your own needs and where you're at in your life's journey. And maybe you need a spiritual tune up. Maybe you've been too much in the world. The wands represent the fire element, which is about freedom. You may be very connected with duty in a sense of wanting that worldly proof of your success, your status. And sometimes it's more important to be self-expressive and also sovereign. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this resonated with you in some way. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.